Ask any mechanic which SUVs they trust, and you'll hear the same names over and over again. These aren't flashy luxury models or high-tech electric vehicles. They're the dependable workhorses that simply refuse to die. While most modern SUVs drain your wallet with repairs, warranties, and insurance hikes, these 8 reliable SUVs will quietly rack up 200,000, even 400,000 miles without breaking a sweat. They hold their value, cost less to maintain, and age better than most new models today. And make sure to watch until the end to see the most reliable SUV on our list, the SUV that outlasts warranties, beats depreciation, and is so dependable that mechanics themselves refuse to sell theirs. Alright, let's kick this off with a beast that's been quietly outliving expectations for decades, the kind of SUV that families buy once and keep for a lifetime. The Toyota Highlander. You know that rare SUV that can haul a full family, survive brutal winters, and still run smooth after 300,000 miles? That's the Toyota Highlander. This 3-row workhorse has quietly built one of the strongest reputations in the industry. Not because it's flashy, but because it just works. Under the hood, Toyota's proven V6 paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission is the same rock-solid combo used across their lineup. Refined, durable, and practically unbreakable. Mechanics love it because it's predictable. You take care of it and it'll easily outlive your car loan. The hybrid version takes things up a notch, doubling your fuel economy while keeping the same bulletproof reliability. Toyota's hybrid system has already survived millions of miles in Priuses and Camrys, so when it moved into the Highlander, it became the perfect family SUV for people who hate surprise repair bills. There are no overcomplicated air suspensions, no fragile dual clutches, no fancy electronics waiting to fail, just tried and true engineering that makes warranty claims almost non-existent. Add Toyota's excellent safety ratings, and you're not just saving on fuel, you're saving on insurance premiums too. The result? A 3-row SUV that costs less to own over 10 years than some compact crossovers. Mechanics call it a forever car, one of those rare vehicles you buy once and keep until your kids have their own families. Just when you think reliability can't get any better, the next SUV proves that true engineering perfection doesn't need flash, it just needs patience, precision, and time-tested design. The Subaru Forester. This SUV shouldn't be this reliable, but it's outlasting luxury brands that cost twice as much. The Subaru Forester is one of those rare vehicles that mechanics actually respect. It doesn't try to be fancy. It doesn't chase tech gimmicks. It just quietly racks up miles while everything else around it falls apart. The secret? Subaru's legendary Boxer engine, a design refined for decades. Its flat layout keeps the center of gravity low and the reliability high. Pair that with Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, always engaged, mechanically simple, and free from the electronic headaches that plague modern AWD setups, and you've got a drivetrain that can handle 300,000 miles without flinching. And let's talk about the CVT. Most automakers have turned CVTs into nightmares, looking at you, Nissan, and Ford, but Subaru's version? Shockingly durable. When serviced on time, it just keeps going. Mechanics love it because it doesn't overheat, it doesn't shudder, and it doesn't quit. Maintenance is simple too. The parts are cheap, the layout is logical, and the car doesn't need specialized tools or dealership-only repairs. For an SUV with full-time all-wheel drive, the cost of ownership is impressively low. When you compare it to German luxury SUVs, which can bleed you dry with every visit to the shop, the Forester is a bargain that just keeps giving. It depreciates slower, costs less to insure, and rarely needs major work. If you want an SUV that'll start every morning, sip gas modestly, and survive long after your warranty's expired, this is it. If you thought that one was impressive, wait until you see what comes next. An SUV that proves you can have bulletproof reliability and head-turning style, all without the luxury price tag. The Mazda CX-5. This SUV looks and feels like a luxury crossover, but it runs like a Toyota on a budget. The Mazda CX-5 has quietly become one of the best-kept secrets among mechanics. It doesn't rely on flashy tech or complicated drivetrains. Instead, it's built with a focus on precision, quality, and good old-fashioned engineering that just doesn't quit. Under the hood, the CX-5 uses Mazda's naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, simple, clean, and dependable. dependable. No turbochargers to overheat, no high-pressure fuel systems to fail, and no hybrid batteries to worry about down the road. Pair that with Mazda's proven 6-speed automatic transmission, a setup that's smoother and far more reliable than the fragile dual-clutch or CVT systems in many competitors, and you've got a drivetrain designed to last for decades, not just model cycles. Mechanics love the CX-5 because it's built logically. The engine bay is clean, service points are easy to reach, and the parts are affordable. Even better, Mazda's corrosion protection is among the best in the business, something anyone living through salty winters will appreciate. While competitors start rusting after just a few years, the CX-5 stays solid year after year. And it's not just reliable, it feels premium. The doors close with that solid thunk, the cabin is quiet, and the materials hold up incredibly well. You get the feel of a German luxury SUV without the nightmare repair bills or steep insurance rates. Mechanics often joke that the CX-5 drives like an Audi but maintains like a Corolla, and they're not wrong. Depreciation? Practically non-existent. The CX-5 holds its value far better than most vehicles in its class because buyers know exactly what they're getting. A refined, durable SUV that just keeps going. It's a favorite among owners who want style and substance, without the cost of owning a badge-heavy brand. That level of precision and durability is rare, but the next one rewrites the rulebook. It's proof that a brand once overlooked can now rival the best in the business, and do it for thousands less. The Hyundai Tucson. Some SUVs earn their reputation. The Hyundai Tucson rebuilt theirs. What used to be a budget option has quietly turned into one of the most dependable compact SUVs on the road. Mechanics will tell you straight, Hyundai figured out the formula. The Tucson delivers Toyota-like reliability at a price that still feels reasonable, and it's been proving itself year after year. The heart of that dependability is Hyundai's 2.5-liter SmartStream engine paired with a smooth, traditional automatic transmission. No overcomplicated dual-clutch gearboxes, no fragile turbos, just simple, efficient engineering that's built to last. The result? Low stress, low maintenance, and a powertrain that can easily hit 250,000 miles with proper care. Mechanics appreciate how easy it is to work on. Fluid changes, filters, and belts are all accessible. No hidden bolts or complex layouts. Hyundai's parts network is massive now, which means replacement components are affordable and available everywhere. And because the Tucson isn't overburdened with electronics or adaptive suspensions, there's less to break and less to pay for later. In day-to-day driving, it's comfortable, quiet, and refined enough to feel premium without the price tag. It's the kind of SUV you buy once, take care of, and drive well into the next decade without ever second-guessing your choice. You'd think it couldn't get better, but what's next is living proof that less really is more. It's smaller, simpler, and yet somehow tougher than most SUVs twice its size. The Honda HR-V. Some SUVs try too hard to impress with gadgets, turbochargers, and touchscreens that'll glitch before the warranty expires. The Honda HR-V doesn't need any of that. It just quietly lasts forever. It's one of those rare subcompact SUVs that mechanics actually admire because it's simple, solid, and nearly impossible to kill. Honda's "keep it simple" philosophy is what makes the HR-V shine. Under the hood, you'll find a tried-and-true 1.8 or 2.0-liter engine. No turbos, no hybrid headaches, just pure old-school reliability. This powertrain has already proven itself in millions of Civics and Fits, and when you pair it with Honda's well-tuned CVT, you get an SUV that can easily handle decades of daily driving without drama. Mechanics love the HR-V because it's straightforward to service. Everything is accessible. Oil changes take minutes, filters are easy to reach, and the suspension design is simple enough that even older models rarely need expensive overhauls. Replacement parts are cheap and everywhere, which means you're never paying luxury prices for simple fixes. Real-world data backs up what we see in the shop. HR-Vs regularly hit 250,000 to 300,000 miles, with little more than routine maintenance. There are no chronic engine issues, no transmission nightmares, and no recall horror stories. The few complaints owners mention are usually cosmetic or minor electrical, nothing that keeps the car off the road. The HR-V may look small, but in the world of dependability, it punches far above its weight. It's the kind of SUV that doesn't just last a long time, it lasts long enough to become part of the family. That one's built to last, no doubt, but the next SUV takes reliability and wraps it in pure luxury armor. It's not just long-lasting, it's practically unstoppable. The Lexus LX. If the Toyota 4Runner is built to survive anything, the Lexus LX is built to do it in complete silence. This full-size luxury SUV shares its DNA with the legendary Toyota Land Cruiser, and that's exactly why mechanics call it indestructible with leather seats. The LX is powered by one of the most durable V8 engines ever made, an engine known to reach 400,000 miles with little more than oil changes and timing belt replacements. Its body-on-frame construction, traditional automatic transmission, and low-stress drivetrain make it practically immune to the problems that haunt modern luxury SUVs. Despite its size and luxury features, the LX is surprisingly affordable to maintain long-term. It may sip a bit more fuel, but it rewards you with unmatched longevity, low depreciation, and a ride quality that never fades. Many owners keep theirs for decades, passing them down like family heirlooms, because, quite literally, they won't die. Insurance companies love its safety record, and resale values are through the roof. The Lexus LX may not be cheap up front, but over 15 years of ownership, it's one of the smartest financial decisions you can make in the luxury SUV world. You might think nothing could top that level of durability, but here's where everyday dependability meets perfection. The next reliable SUV delivers legendary longevity without the premium badge. The Honda CR-V. If reliability had a nickname, it would be the CR-V. This SUV is the quiet hero of the road. No drama, no gimmicks, just years of smooth, dependable driving. For decades, mechanics have recommended it to anyone who asks for something that just works. And the truth is, it's hard to find a better all-around SUV for the money. Under the hood, the CR-V runs Honda's proven 4-cylinder engine, an absolute workhorse that's been refined year after year. Paired with one of the most durable CVTs in the business, this setup delivers exactly what most SUVs promise but rarely deliver: consistent performance with minimal repairs. While other brands struggle with overheating CVTs and worn clutches, Honda's version just keeps going, mile after mile. Everything about the CR-V's design makes a mechanic's life easier, and that's saying something. Oil changes are straightforward, air filters are right where they should be, and there's no unnecessary complexity under the hood. That simplicity translates directly into lower labor costs for you, because there's less that can go wrong and less time needed to fix what does. In real-world ownership, CR-Vs routinely cross 300,000 miles without a major repair. The few issues that do appear, usually small electronic quirks or infotainment bugs, are minor and rarely affect drivability. The core systems like the engine, transmission, brakes, and all-wheel drive just keep ticking along. You might think we've already reached the peak of reliability, but this last SUV doesn't just last, it defines what longevity means. It's the kind of machine that turns ordinary ownership into a lifetime partnership. The Toyota RAV4. This SUV is the definition of dependable. The Toyota RAV4 doesn't just have a good reputation, it's earned it through decades of bulletproof performance. Mechanics love it because it's built with the same no-nonsense engineering Toyota is famous for: reliable engines, simple transmissions, and no unnecessary electronics waiting to fail. The 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine is a masterpiece of efficiency and longevity. It's the same one used in several Toyota models, and it's known to pass 300,000 miles without drama. The 8-speed automatic is smooth, responsive, and far less temperamental than the CVTs used by competitors. And if you opt for the hybrid version, you'll enjoy Prius-level fuel economy with Highlander-level durability. Repairs are rare and affordable, parts are everywhere, and insurance rates are among the lowest in its class. You're not paying for prestige, you're paying for peace of mind. That's why so many retirees, commuters, and small families choose the RAV4 and never look back. This SUV holds its resale value better than most luxury models, and its hybrid versions often increase in value during fuel price spikes. Mechanics call it the set-it-and-forget-it SUV, reliable, efficient, and nearly impossible to kill. So, there you have it. The SUVs mechanics actually trust with their own families. These aren't trend chasers or status symbols. They're the real deal. Machines built to last, built to protect, and built to save you from the repair bills that ruin most ownership stories. I've seen firsthand how these vehicles stand the test of time. Engines that refuse to quit, transmissions that just keep shifting, and owners who still brag about their odometers rolling past 400,000 miles. And here's the truth. Sometimes the smartest money doesn't buy the flashiest badge, it buys the SUV that just won't break. Drop your SUV's name in the comments, tell me how it's holding up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to avoid the next repair shop horror story. There's plenty more car wisdom coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.